In this video, I just want to talk a little bit about what I'm expecting for the review article. I'll have a written document as well that I'm going to write up shortly after this video. Let's just talk about it. So here what I'm asking you to do is I'm asking you to obviously read this article. It's rather short. It's 12 pages long. It's written in a highly readable way. Now it's a bit dated, right? It's from 1983. I think I would have been all but 6 years old. But again, what is for me so interesting and vibrant about ecological economics is that it's a field that, I mean, I'm basically as old as the field. Um, and even though you guys weren't all, um, you know, uh, born later, the interesting thing about this is that it's not that much earlier than your own birth. And so this article right here uh, is important because what it does is it connects some of the founders of ecological economics. That would be Schumacher and Daly, again, Daly being one of the authors of our textbooks. And as you can see in the title of this, this is a discussion that tries to date back the approach that's taken by Schumacher and Daly back to its first thoughts that go all the way back to Aristotle. That would be Greek philosophy. So what am I asking that you do here then in this review article? What I'm going to ask that you do here is that in about 5 to 6 pages, that would be with, let's say, just a typical 12-point font, 1.5 spacing, not including the cover page and the references, that in 5 to 6 pages, you're going to do the following. You're going to have an introduction. Then you're going to have let's call it an obligatory section where you're going to summarize this article itself. That would be a 1 to 2 page summary. So your introduction would be about half a page. Then in 1 to 2 pages, you are summarizing this entire article. You could extend it. I mean, you can write more. I'm just giving you a general idea of what might be too little. Okay, so you're going to be kind of summarizing the work here. I mean, you might need up to 3 pages to be honest here. But then what you're going to do is you're going to spend after that summary, you're going to spend 2 to 3 pages taking one or two ideas that were expressed in this paper. And I want you to focus on either drawing connections to a current event or to something else in some other class that you've taken, where you can draw a direct connection between that thing that you learned in that other class or in that what you're seeing in that current event and what kind of new insights we get from this article that's basically over 40 years old. There are some new insights in this article, I would argue. And that's going to be kind of where the bulk of your grade comes from, that in that 2 to 3 pages where you're drawing a connection to either some other current event that's going on out there right now, or something else you've learned in some other class where maybe they didn't talk about this, but you're now seeing some connection between this article and what we're learning here in ecological economics and that other thing that you learned. That doesn't necessarily have to be in an economics course. Could be in some other gen ed course that you took or something along those lines. And then finish it off with a half-page conclusion, and then include your references. That's what I'm hoping for in this paper. The biggest thing I'm going to stress to you again is do not use AI to, for instance, even read the article. Don't rely on AI to summarize the article, because my word of warning to you is that I have already AI summarized the article so that I know what to look for if you were to do it. But there's also several errors in that AI summary as well, as I've seen. where if you relied on that, you will not, you will be noticed that you did that. So that's what I'm hoping for here. Now, I know this is our very first one, so I can't expect that you're going to absolutely, with 100% perfection, know what my mind is hoping for and expecting. So don't worry about trying to guess what my mind is hoping for. Focus on what I'm saying in this video. I want a clear 1 to 2, probably closer to the 2 to 3 page summary of this article, and then the 2 to 3 pages where you're focusing on looking at connections, either to some current event or something else you've learned in some other course that allows you to kind of see the value of how ecological economics kind of expands your view or deepens your understanding of either that current event or the thing you were trying to address in that other course. And then have that half page for both your introduction as well as your conclusion, as well as your references. That's what I'm hoping for. Okay, any questions? Let me know. I'm happy to read a draft as well.